in their own end. Uh-oh. Shaqiri gets it first, sends a screamer upper left.
Oh, nicely done, Nick.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
I'm impressed.
Yeah,
Nice
Euros
start.
all over Fox and FS1. Second biggest soccer tournament of the year. Game went in 1-1 draw. Switzerland plays host country Germany Sunday. Next, Walshman starts what looks like a routine inning double play. And disaster strikes.
Wear your helmet, kids.
Yeah, I mean, look at this.
Was it off the helmet or the shit?
Oh, right off the helmet.
Wow.
Florida still got the double play after the runner was called out for interference. I don't know about that one.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't know.
He was right
You know what? I'm not up to date on the college baseball rule books, though, to be honest with you. They'd go on to win 15-4, so probably they were okay either way. Fever hosting the Mystics last night. Caitlin Clark, deep three.
Nice game.
Bang. Seconds later, gets the steal. Wide open layup. Fever would go on to win 88-81. They've won 5 of their last 7. Yeah. They're right now in the playoffs. They started today. They don't. They start in a few months. Also, earlier today, Angel Reese dropped to 16 and 18. Rookie of the Year race.
I think Caitlin's average 3 is 28 feet.
All right, Serbia.
3-point attempted.
Down to goal. Seconds left in the match. How about this? The corner finds, how about this name? Luka Jovic. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Yeah, maybe the Lakers should draft him with pick 55. Serbia finds a way to steal a point against Slovenia. And against Slovenia, oh, man, Luka's sad. Serbia. And that's the weird and wonderful from the Euros and the WNBA and a little college baseball. All right, JJ Redick, do you think they'll still do the pod?
That would be awesome.
That would be. You know what? You know what?
No, you can't.
Why not? You can still do the pot.
There is no way you can do that.
Okay, well, I don't know.
Why? It would be awesome.
Think about how many.
Why should you?
Brew?
The Kelsey brothers do a pod.
Yeah.
Draymond does a pod. It's new media.
This is your new media.
Doug Gottlieb is going to do a radio show while coaching a team.
Way.
He can do a pod.
LeBron, my advice, don't do the pod, man.
My advice, do the pod. Stephen A is going to get a lot of angry texts from people. Oh, boy, if they do that pod. Brew, how should LeBron feel about this being his new head coach? JJ being his new head coach?
I think he should, just looking at the way he's handled things, I would be shocked if he's not fine with it. Like actually more than fine with it. I'm not saying he has something to do with the hire, but I can't believe he's displeased with this. He's LeBron James. And LeBron, I don't think cares what a lot of people think of him. All right, so I don't think he's just saying, oh, they're going to think I made the hire if I do. If he really thought there's no way we can put our team in the hands of a guy that has never coached, say something. Not publicly, but say something to Rob Pelinka and Jeannie Buss. Like, look.
Really say something to Linda Rambis if you want to get things moving in that organization.
Whoever. Yeah. But make your voice known, and you've earned that. So I think LeBron stayed out of it. Maybe they were like, hey, you good with this? Or to Rich, is LeBron good with this? And I'm sure he has to be fine with it.
Go ahead.
I mean, it would go down as one of the most dysfunctional things I can remember in pro sports if they hired JJ Redick, LeBron's podcast co-host, and then LeBron was furious about it, opted out and left. How much egg on the face would there be for the Lakers? And I know they've been dysfunctional and have not handled these things great, but that's a level of dysfunction too far for me to believe. So I'm with you. I think LeBron is at a minimum fine with it and probably pretty excited about it.
He clearly respects JJ's basketball knowledge.
So, yeah, I think so. I guess, and again, I acknowledge that my opinion on this seems to be out of step with nearly everyone else. So sometimes that just, means I'm on the cutting edge. But sometimes it means I'm wrong. Right? No, sometimes it means I'm wrong. I think that LeBron can really enjoy talking basketball with him and respect his basketball knowledge, but also as one of the smartest players ever and a guy who has had kind of every different type of coach you can have. He's been in the league so long. He had a great coach in Spo. He had Ty Lue, who was an unknown and not unknown, but an unproven, who has now proven to be a great coach. A guy came over from Europe who it didn't work, and David Blatt, a retread, and Vogel had every type. I think he knows what makes and doesn't make a good head coach and someone who can get through to not only the best players but the most out of the other players, I think that is asking a lot of J.J. Redick. I think that it is, and if you're
just because he doesn't have any experience.
Yes, because.
So do you think LeBron's disappointed?
I think that LeBron James did not want to be in a position where I have to choose to either leave Los Angeles or put the last couple years of my career in the hands of the least experienced coach in NBA history. I do not believe when LeBron started, and I know that this is, again, out of step with what a lot of people think. And I don't know what you think on this one, Brew. I do not think when LeBron started this podcast with J.J. Redick, he was like, this is the first domino to him being my head coach.
I agree with you.
So I don't think LeBron, when things were clearly going the wrong way with Darvin Ham, thought, whomever it is, my next head coach is going to be the least experienced head coach arguably ever and younger than me. I just don't think he thought that's where this train was going to end, which is why I think he was excited about the idea that it could be Dan Hurley.
Then he should have said something. He talked to Hurley, and maybe he did, but he should have said something to the front office if he's that opposed to it. I don't think he's opposed to it. I do think that I don't see him leaving.
I don't either.
I see him leaving this, so I'm sure he's fine with it.
I don't see him leaving, but if he stays with the Lakers, it is because there are a lot of factors at play.
Yeah.
And it's, to me, will signal, and this would have been no matter who they hired, that there wasn't a coach they were going to hire that he was going to leave.
That was who else out there? Who would he have preferred? Because it's not like a great list.
You mentioned Monty Williams, who's new. I think Sam Cassell at least makes more sense. Like there is more.
I think Mark Jackson made more sense. But again, if you want one of those guys, push for him.
I thought,
You're LeBron James.
So that's a fair criticism. Is that if it should have been, he should have been more vocal in the coaching search.
I also don't think players care about experience as much as we do.
Yeah, we don't. Maybe.
I agree.
We don't have a lot of time for this next segment. Luckily, the answer is no.